Overflows.
The Svadhisthana Chakra. Quite often, when you look into the sky, there are clouds of different colors, white clouds floating. One moment, clouds are seen floating in the sky here, next moment, they are somewhere else. These clouds float freely without any obstruction. One moment cloud float freely in the sky. Next moment they are there no more. They shower. Where have they gone? From where do they come? How do they evolve? And how do they dissolve again in an unknown oblivion? A white cloud is a mystery. The coming, the going, and ultimately the very being of it, all is mystery. That is the first reason that the way of the awakened ones should be the way of white clouds. Osho says, my way is that of white clouds. The concept of Svadhisthana Chakra, it is the water center. It is the second of the two that form the means to obtain the goal set by the five upper centers, the heart center, the throat center, the third eye center, the moon center, and the crown center. The concept of the yoni as a source of creation and life force has symbolic alignment with Svadhisthana Chakra's role as the seat of life force and creativity. Svadhisthana or sacral chakra is the center of emotions, sexuality, creativity, and pleasure, all governing birth and death energies. Significantly, it is this center that governs birth and death energies. The natural potential like anger, fear, and violence reside here, which must be transformed through conscious awareness rather than suppression. Certain active meditations can help release stagnated energy, integrate Kundalini, and transform these energies into love, compassion, and creativity. That is why this center is so significant. Svadhisthana is deeply connected to the second or the etheric body. We neglect it for so many unknown and ignorant reasons, but it is connected to etheric body. Body that houses energies of pleasure, emotions, and creativity. It is associated with the fundamental energies of birth and death. Various negative emotions are naturally potential conditions of the Svadhisthana Chakra. The path to higher consciousness evolves, transforming these lower energies into their opposite qualities, such as love, compassion, and fearlessness. The process of transformation involves the baser metal into precious metals. Baser qualities, you consider anger is as bad, passion as bad, but these are the foundations. If the foundation is not there, how this will be transformed? It is the anger that transforms into the higher energies. It is the passion that has to be transformed into higher states of awareness. Transformation is possible only through change in consciousness. Therefore, avoid any kind of suppression and at any level. We go on suppressing. I say we go on suppressing anger and fear, considering these as bad. So too, we go on suppressing our passion, our desires. This does not lead to true transformation in any way. You cannot transform if you suppress your desires, your passion. But what is more important, do not enter into these emotions, anger, fear, passion, desire, unconsciously, out of ignorance. Let wisdom, let deeper understanding prevail through it. Understand the deepest realm of anger, fear, passion, and desire. Only then you can transform. Giving vent to them or hiding them both perpetuate the original state. Instead, observe these emotions, anger, fear, passion, with deep awareness to understand their true nature and to consciously transform them. This is the essence of Tantra. Thus, by establishing a balanced Svadhisthana, one's creative abilities can be enhanced tremendously, leading to a sense of freedom from compulsions and the ability to manifest a higher potential. When you understand the true nature of passion, it can lead to a greater sense of freedom. Remember this. Understand anger, understand fear, understand your deep passion. If you do not have a deep passion, rest assured, there will be your creativity will be lukewarm. The Svadhisthana chakra or the sacral chakra is the second of the 7 primary energy centers in the body's chakra system. It is located in the lower abdomen, just below the navel. In Sanskrit, the name means one's own place. One's own place or the dwelling place of the self. This chakra is the center for creativity, emotional expressions, sexuality, pleasure, and personal boundaries. You have to understand these deeply. Go deep into your passion. Go deep into your sexuality. Try to understand the deeper aspects of it, and only then you will get the glimpses how to transform your sexuality into creativity, your emotional expressions. It is associated with the element of water and color is orange. A balanced Svadhisthana chakra promotes emotional well-being and creativity. When you understand your sexuality and your emotions, only then this will promote emotional well-being and creativity. Svadhisthana, the second chakra, is the center of fluidity and movement, while the third eye or the third eye chakra is associated with higher intelligence, clarity, and truth. The relationship is not about direct interaction, but rather a progression between Svadhisthana, your sacral chakra or the sex center, and the third eye. A balanced and grounded being with a healthy Svadhisthana chakra can integrate and enhance their third eye's capacity for intuition, psychic abilities, and deeper spiritual insights, while an imbalance can lead to issues like anxiety, depression, creative blocks, and physical problems with the reproductive and urinary systems. The Svadhisthana chakra, or the sacral in Sanskrit term for second spiritual energy center in the body. It is located in the pelvic area. This chakra is associated with the bladder, kidney, and reproductive organs. Water is the element which represents flow and flexibility. The yoni, which is the circular, often stone based of Shivlingam that symbolizes the feminine principle and the womb of creation or field of action. The yoni supports the lingam, the male principle, and together they represent the union of masculine and the feminine energies. Yoni represents the womb, the matrix, and the source from which all originate. It is the circular base on which the Shivlingam rests, circular base. In the specific sense, Svadhisthana chakra symbolizes the female principle of energy and the creative feminine energy. The relationship between Svadhisthana and yoni is a symbolic creation, while the yoni represents the physical and spiritual womb of entire creation. The Svadhisthana chakra is the energetic center. One represents the womb of creation, that is yoni, womb of creation, and Svadhisthana chakra represents the energetic center related to creativity and reproduction within the human body. The concept of yoni as a source of creation and life force has a symbolic alignment with the Svadhisthana chakra's role as the seat of life force and energy center and creativity. Despite the thematic concept, despite the thematic connection to creation and vitality, they are distinct concepts. One is a physiological energy center within the body, while the other is a symbol of religious iconography. The Svadhisthana chakra is psychological energy center within the body, and yoni is a symbol of religious iconography. We have to look into these things with such an understanding. Only then it is possible for you to transform yourself and attain to a balanced state of consciousness, balanced state of psychology, and to overall human development. Thus continues the process of transformation.